What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Theta, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, so Theta, we're going to start off here on the daily candlesticks. Now, in the shorter time frames, as you guys know, I am bearish on crypto. I think it's very likely we get a 20 or 30% pullback in the short term before we go higher. That also goes for Theta. So I do think we will get a 30% or 20% pullback here on Theta here in the near future before we go higher. Now, in the big picture, I'm super bullish, and we will talk about that in just a second. But in the smaller time frames, I think a 20 to 30% pullback is very likely. So yeah, that could look something like this, where we start to fail the support level, start to go down here, find support, and then break out again. Now, the reason that this is likely going to happen here on the shorter time frame is because of a 5-wave structure. So you can see we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. So this looks like the top of an Elliott wave impulse, which means we need to have an ABC correction coming in the market in the short term. So I think something like this is very probable for Theta in the short term, for us to pull back here for wave C, come down to maybe the 786 level or the 618, somewhere around there. Here's the 618 right here at $1.86, and the 786 would be $1.48. So somewhere around here, I think Theta definitely could pull back in the short term before going higher. But let's talk about the big picture, because that's the main focus of this channel, is the big picture, because that's where we make the most money. Not to say you can't make a lot of money swing trading the shorter time frames, but the biggest profits I've ever made have always been trading these bigger swings, like pumps like this, in the bigger time frames. So if you look at Theta here on the 10-day candlesticks, we do have an ABC correction, which I've talked a lot about with Theta and with quite a few other coins. This ABC correction has made me probably more money than almost anything else I've ever learned about crypto. Just knowing this one thing about trading, about technical analysis, can really change your trading and your investing significantly in a very positive light. So that ABC correction is extremely common, especially in the bigger time frames, and signifies a very, very good buying opportunity to pick up that coin, whatever coin you find it on, in those bigger time frames at a super cheap, super undervalued price. So learning how to identify that is very powerful. In fact, if you go over to my X account, you can see that I did recently post about Theta on here, talking about how the ABC correction looks exactly like the ABC correction we see on Bitcoin back in one of its early cycles. So this pattern repeats itself across all the different cryptocurrencies over and over again. And we used the same pattern on Ethereum before Ethereum pumped in 2021. We bought the exact same pattern here on Ethereum, where we bought the bottom of one of these ABC corrections in the bigger time frames, and it was extremely profitable to buy the bottom of this ABC correction down here before we saw a huge parabolic run on the upside. So that same pattern is what we see on Theta today. That same pattern that appeared on Ethereum before Ethereum broke its old all-time high, and on Bitcoin before Bitcoin broke its old all-time high. You can see that same ABC correction in both of these markets. So if we go back over to Theta and just look at Theta, that's exactly what we see with Theta, is a huge ABC correction on the bigger time frame, which is super, super profitable to play this pattern and be prepared for a big picture reversal. So even though in the short term, it's definitely possible for us to pull back 20 or 30% here, in the bigger time frames, it's almost inevitable for Theta to break out above its old all-time high and go a lot higher here in the bigger picture. So yeah, I really, really, really love this setup here with Theta. I've seen these cycles over and over again. I know exactly what they lead to, which is huge parabolic runs, and they are extremely profitable. So again, just learning how to see this pattern here is insanely useful. It's so profitable to learn how to see this pattern, to identify it, to buy the bottom of these big market cycles. And at the bottom of these big market cycles, you're going to find wave C, because A, B, and C is the very last Elliott wave in the correction before the correction is over. So if you can learn how to find these ABC corrections, you can make a lot of money in crypto. And you might not get the exact bottom. You might draw your ABC correction like this, and it goes a little bit lower before it reverses. So you just keep buying. You keep accumulating. Because once that bottom is in, you know that the upside on that coin is going to be absolutely astronomical. So you want to get in early while it's undervalued, while it's cheap, at the bottom of these corrections before they do these big parabolic runs, because once they start doing that parabolic run, if you can get an early entry on it, it's going to be a lot easier to stay level-headed and take profits during the bull market that comes after. But if you wait to buy in late, like let's say you get into the bull market late and buy in right here, and the price of whatever you're trading goes up a lot more, you're going to get greedy easier, because you're going to be so late to the game and you're going to see everybody else has already made $1 million or whatever, and you're going to want to be like them. So you're going to get too greedy and double down. So getting a good entry early on is so helpful for playing the market good, for making the most money, but also for staying level-headed when the market starts to take off. Because so many people get in late, like right here, for example, just as an example on the old Bitcoin cycle. And then once price goes all the way up to the top, they double down because they want to be a millionaire too, like they saw everybody else become. So you just want to get in early because it helps you stay level-headed. It helps you play the market better if you have a good entry. And with Theta right now in the big picture, this is a super good entry, especially if we pull back 20 or 30% in the short term. That would be like an unbelievably good entry to buy Theta down here at a 20 or 30% pullback before a big bull market, which could last for who knows how long. Crypto is set up for some very big things. And by the way, this bull market's going to be so big that people won't even know what to do with themselves. It's just going to be huge. It's going to blow people away. It's going to go so high that a bunch of people are not going to expect it. So if you can get in early before that happens, you can make a lot of money on crypto. So yeah, definitely make sure that in the bigger time frame, you're picking up Theta, and especially if we pull back on the shorter time frames, to keep picking it up and be prepared for that big picture parabolic run. We're super undervalued down here, and I think we have a lot more upside coming for this coin. And you guys, there's so much opportunity in crypto to get rich. There's opportunity investing in the markets. There's opportunity creating your own coin, your own technology. And also, because we're getting ready for mass adoption and for retail money to really start to come into crypto in a way we've never seen before, somebody could get super rich just taking all of that retail money and making it easy for them to get started. There's even Coinbase can be kind of hard for people sometimes. And there's a lot of different coins out there that are hard for people to use. A lot of different apps, a lot of different coins, and a lot of different things that are difficult for people to use. So somebody could get super rich in crypto just making it easier for that retail money to get into the markets. Because we're going to have such a big bull market that retail is only going to grow from here. So you're going to have a lot of the institutional money just holding on because they've been accumulating this whole time, and a whole bunch of retail trying to get into the market. And if it's hard for them to do, like older people especially, but even young people too, I see it a lot, it's confusing for people. So somebody could get super rich in the crypto markets just making an app or making software or a website or a combination of all three that makes it easy for people to get into crypto, like what Steve Jobs did with computing, where he made graphical user interfaces. He made it easy for everybody to understand. And if somebody did that with crypto, they could be so rich. So there's opportunity everywhere. So you guys don't come to this market and don't come into crypto and say, oh, everybody else is getting rich. Oh, I missed the opportunity. Don't feel like that. This market is drenched in opportunity to get rich. Whether you're investing, building software, building coins, building businesses, whatever you're doing, this market and this industry is just lucrative as can be. Like, it's just packed full of opportunity for you to get rich. So definitely understand that about crypto. Buy stuff, buy coins, buy things like Theta, buy coins, but also don't be afraid to innovate. There's opportunity in this market for you to get completely rich and change your life forever in this industry. You know, it's not only the markets. So just keep that mindset of opportunity. Start looking for ways to serve people. Start looking for ways to make crypto better, more accessible and easier for people to use, or even just help people get started. There's so much opportunity in this market. I tell people all the time, start a business, start a YouTube channel, start helping people, figure out a way to serve people. And if you serve people, you'll be rewarded for it. It's pretty simple. And you'll not only get financial reward, but you'll get the reward of seeing people's lives improved because of your service. And I don't know of a better industry than crypto to do that. And, you know, of course, if you're an entrepreneur or whatever, and you do things right, it almost doesn't matter what industry you're in. But crypto is extremely lucrative. It's one of the best opportunities in the world right now. So don't be afraid. If you've been thinking about starting a coin or business or YouTube channel, start it. You guys, this is what's coming for crypto. A 2017-like bull market, something that we have not seen in years. 2021 wasn't even close to what's coming for crypto. So you might as well take advantage of the opportunity and position yourself to make as much as possible and serve as many people as you possibly can throughout that bull market. Because if you do that, you're going to get a lot of fulfillment and, yeah, of course, financial compensation as well. But you're going to feel super fulfilled helping people in this industry because it's about to grow like crazy. So there really isn't a better opportunity in the world right now than the cryptocurrency industry. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I expect big things coming on Theta. Be ready for a huge parabolic run. Be ready for a lot of profits. Of course, in the short term, we can pull back 20 or 30%. I'm short right now on a couple different coins, XRP, Bitcoin, and I'm ready for a bit of a pullback in the short term. But you guys, in the big picture, crypto is going to completely obliterate people's expectations, completely obliterate their expectations. So just be ready for that. You just got to find the right coins to buy and figure out a way to serve people And if you do those two things, you're going to get rich this cycle, even if you just buy the right coins. But there's an opportunity here to serve your fellow man in a way that's just ridiculous. An opportunity that will not come again for a long time. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. And as always, stay profitable out there.